Hi guys, Tiff from SASP here. We're going to do a baby in a carrier workout today. So this is ideal for little babies. So me and Flo did a lot of this when she was little. They often sleep in there, they're really happy in that carrier. And then you can crack on with a little workout. I haven't tried putting Flo in there because she's a bit bigger now and she'd just wriggle and get bored, and So we're going with Teddy today. So with a carrier, if you don't already have a carrier that you're happy and comfortable with, then it's worth investing some time in getting one that is right for you. It's totally different for everybody and it's different for every baby. Some people like the sling wraps. I thought I was going to like that. Turned out Flo didn't really like it. She would get really wiggly in there. So try out your local sling library, perhaps, where you can borrow slings and carriers, and try before you buy, because they can be a bit expensive. I got mine from Facebook Marketplace, so you can get them second hand or new or whatever works for you, but you just want to make sure that you've practiced moving around in it, that baby's happy in it, and that you're comfortable. So we don't want too much pressure on your lower back. So this kind of design that has a lumbar support is great, a bit of support that goes across the upper back. This one has quite padded shoulder straps as well, and lots of padding to support baby. So that was my choice, but you may choose something different. So we'll put some links on the website to groups that you can go to and places you can check out and research you can do for baby carriers. Let's start with our warm-up. So getting into some space, watch out for the trip hazards as always, do your risk assessment. Swoop the area, clear up anything that you're going to trip over. Make sure that baby is comfy. So Flo's favourite position was always head to the side, the little arms and legs kind of popping out the side. Make sure that they are comfortable there. Okay. As you get moving, make sure that their temperature stays okay, because of course as your body temperature comes up, they're very close into you, they could overheat in there. So if you start to feel hot, that's probably a time to take a break or slow it down a little bit, or it may be time to even get them out of the carrier. So see how you go. If it's a particularly hot day, then watch out for that. For this workout, you are going to need a baby, a carrier, some comfortable clothes. Don't worry about exercise clothes if you haven't got time to put them on, just as long as you've got something you can move in and you're comfortable in is fine, and have some kind of drink to hand. Before our warm up, once baby's comfy and you're comfy, we're going to start walking on the spot. So just keep this comfortable, nothing too dynamic because we don't want to shake baby around. So just the kind of movement you'd be doing if you were walking outside. Okay, heel digs. Okay, if you are feeling at all unbalanced from having baby, a bit wobbly, just take these slowly. That's good. And then we're going to do a step back. So I'm going to turn this sideways for you. I want you to step back and press the heel down. Step back and press your heel down. So this is going to give a nice little stretch through the lower leg, the calf. Again, if you're feeling at all unstable, you could hold a wall while you do this. And it's just going to stretch out those Achilles tendons. They are under a lot of pressure during pregnancy and when you are carrying baby, because you've got that extra weight. So it's good to really stretch them and strengthen them. Good, okay, we're just going to go back to our walk on the spot. Kind of instinctively you sort of tend to hold baby, but if they're comfy in there you can probably just leave them be. That's good. Back into the heel dig. So now really start, see, I just have to do it, I have to hold on to baby even though it's a teddy bear. So reach the toes, pull the toes back up towards the knees, stick your bottom out and you'll get a stretch down the back of the leg as you move. Good, and then turn side view for you, and we're going to do our step backs. Press that heel down towards the floor. Again, holding something if you need that extra balance. Okay, last one. Good. Okay, a little bit of mobilisation. So putting your hands onto your shoulders, we're going to circle our arms. Now you don't want to make this too big because any movement that you do with your arms sort of pulls a bit of pressure into baby in the carrier. So just make this a small movement. And if baby starts to wiggle and make noises at you, they'll tell you if they're not happy. Then just take a break from this one. Good, okay, feet under your hips, and I just want you to very gently turn to one side and then turn to the other side. Again, nothing too big because you'll squish baby a little bit. Try and keep the movement coming from your top half. I can already feel I'm rolling through the middle there. Keep your hips parallel to the wall. Lead the shoulder. Good, one more round of arm circles. Go the other way. Good, and then just some more of those trunk twists. Feet a little wider, tuck your tail, belly button in, and gently rotate your spine. That'll probably feel quite nice. Our backs get really tight. Being pregnant, carrying babies, sitting on sofas, being really tired. Got to keep those backs moving. Okay, right, we are good to do our workout. Let's get started. Okay, so for this workout we are going to do 4 movements. We're starting with a squat, arm circles to work our shoulders and our upper backs, kickbacks, so we're going to work our glutes, a tuck and a knee lift to start to gently activate our abdominals, which might feel like they've disappeared at this stage. Okay, so let's start warming up and practicing those movements. And this is where you probably will want to hold on to baby. So in this carrier, baby / Teddy's head is very well supported by the carrier, okay? If baby can't support their own head, then it's a good idea just to keep your hand near or behind their head so that if their head does sort of come backwards as you go down, that you can help support their head, okay? So feet under your hips, support baby, draw your belly button in where you can, and you're just going to sit back and down. Now, if you haven't been carrying baby, or if you haven't been doing much with any weight on you, then just start these quite shallow. Okay, just go with what feels comfortable for your body. Likewise, if baby's quite young still, just go with where you are in your recovery. Okay. Okay, good. So the second move we're going to do is going to work the arms. So you're going to lift your arms out to the side and we're going to make small circles. Really important to draw your shoulders down away from your ears, okay? As you're moving, don't let them come up here. Shoulders down. Draw the shoulder blades down, back of the rib cage. Make small circles, like little pulsing movements. Again, we don't want anything big because it pushes the chest forward and squishes baby in the carrier. So just little movements. You should feel a nice, warm, burny feeling in the shoulders. And rest. So that's our second move. So our next one, kickbacks, we're going to use our glutes. So you're going to want a chair or something to hold on to. I always have this lovely high chair knocking around to use. So again, just keep checking that baby is comfy while you're doing this. Holding onto the chair, tuck your belly button in, bend your legs and lean forward. Now in this position, you're going to kick your leg back. Kick your leg back. Now I want you to try and use this muscle here. I don't want you to use your back, okay? Because that's going to strain your back and it might hurt your back. So pull your belly button in, only a gentle lean forward. You might want to just make sure that baby's head is comfortable and you're trying to just very gently lift your leg but use your glute muscle, okay? A couple on that side and then we're going to do some on the other side. You might find that gradually your body starts to swing through the middle, So just re-engage that belly button, tuck your tail, hold this all still and gently move from the hip. It's a really small controlled movement. Don't try and swing your leg high, okay? Good, rest there. So our last one is a gentle core exercise. If you've had a C-section and you are still getting pain and tenderness down here, then just see how this feels, okay? But you should be safe to do it. It'll be a good way to get blood flowing and start to recover those muscles, okay? But listen to your body. If your body says no, you'll know about it, okay? So, baby's comfy, get into your space. I want you to tuck your tailbone and draw your belly button in. Hold that position, shoulders are back and down. You're going to gently lift your knee. So if you're a bit unbalanced, get back onto your chair, hold on, tuck your tail, gently lift your knee, feel a gentle squeeze of the lower abdominals, come back down and rest. Belly button gently in, tuck your tail, you're going to gently lift your knee, gently feel those abs working and come back down. Tuck, belly button in, gentle lift, keep this slow and controlled. Belly button in, tuck, lift and down. Good, so that's just a gentle activation of those muscles. We don't want anything don't want to squeeze hard or anything. We're just very gently moving and getting those muscles to work. Okay, so those are our movements. So we're going to start our timer, 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. If at any point you need to take a rest, if baby is just not happy and baby wants to stop, then just stop. Take a drink at any time that you want. Again, monitor your temperature. Don't let yourself get too hot or baby get too hot. If you need to stop and feed baby, do a nappy change, do whatever you need to do. But when you come back to the video, just build yourself back into it gradually. Okay, getting ready for our first round of 3 rounds. Squats first. So feet wider than your hips, support baby's head, sit back onto your chair. Draw your belly button in. Ensure your knees aren't dropping in. Just push them out gently as you go down. Just sit those hips back and down. Keep your shoulders back and down. And if your baby is anything like Flo was, they might quite like this little rocking movement. There we go, Flo used to love that. Okay, you're going to take a little rest now. Feel free to grab your drink. In fact, Flo used to particularly like it if I went down quite quickly and came up slowly. So baby will tell you what they like. Some babies just don't like it. And if that is the case, this might not be the workout for you and baby. It might be better for you to do one with them laying separately or maybe in the buggy or something. Okay, arm circles, arm pulses. So arms are going to come out to the side, shoulders down, and we're doing our little circles. Again, it's quite common for the back to try and arch when you're doing this, so just tuck your tail and draw your belly button in. Keep your shoulder blades pulled back and down. Ooh, a nice and burning feeling. If you are feeling that movement sort of straining up in your neck, then it may well be that you're sort of in this kind of position, okay? So draw up from the crown of the head, tuck your chin, draw your shoulders back and down, and really pull those shoulder blades back and down, and that might help you. Okay, we are on to the kickbacks. So get to your chair, support baby. Okay, and we're off. Belly button in. Let's do 3 on the left and 3 on the right. And another 3 on the left and another 3 on the right. Okay, one more round of 3 on the left and 3 on the right, and rest. Good. Okay, our lower backs are often really overworked during pregnancy and those early days with baby, and our glutes kind of switch off a little bit because our pelvis gets pulled here. So we're reteaching our body to sort of come back here and to start using these glute muscles and not just our lower back. So exercises like that, really good for switching these back on, getting them working again. Okay, just our tuck and lift to go now. So into the space, tuck your tailbone. In fact, let's hold on for balance. Tuck your tailbone, gently pull the belly button in, slowly lift, and gently back down. Reset, tuck, belly button in, and lift. You will need to reset this movement every time because your body will have been just pulled out of position by pregnancy and by carrying baby. So every time you do it, tuck and reset. Okay, that's our first round done. So grab your drink, check on baby, take a break if you need to, sort them out, sort yourself out, whatever. And then we're going to go back into our squats again. But yeah, your exercise sessions in the early days particularly are not really about, there's no high intensity interval training going on, you're just getting those muscles working again. Okay, squats, feet wider than your hips, off we go, support baby. Maybe baby's telling you they might like to go down a little bit fast. That was Flo's favourite thing. Maybe they don't like that. Maybe they just like the nice gentle movement. Or maybe they don't really like the squats at all, in which case you might just do a little knee bend and a lift. Knee bend and a lift. Okay, this is a team activity. See what everyone in the team is up for. Okay, and rest. Next is our arm pulses. Feet under your hips. Tuck your tail. It's a good idea just to soften your knees a little bit. If you have your knees dead straight, again, that sort of tends to kick the pelvis forward. So a little bend in the knees, tuck the tail, shoulders back and down. Give baby a little hug. Arms out. Okay, so vary it. Okay, so if so far you've been pulsing and doing circles coming down and forward, then maybe go the other way. Switch it up. Again, if those shoulders are rocking forward and the chin is coming forward, then draw up from the crown of the head, tuck the chin, draw the shoulder blades back and down. You should feel your upper back and your shoulders feel nice and warm and fuzzy doing this one, and relax. Check on baby, not getting too hot. Happy? Good. Oh, feels like I have my little baby again. Okay, we're on our second round. We're now on to our glute exercise, our leg lifts. So come back to your chair, feet under your hips, belly button in, hold on, lean forward, support baby if you need to. And from this position, we are going to use the glute to kick back. Don't use your back, use your bum. 3 on that side. 3, good. Again, if baby does not like leaning forward, then you can do these standing up, but you've just got to make it a really small movement and really be strict that it doesn't come out of your back, okay? Okay. 3 each side, just keep alternating. And rest. Good. Tuck and knee lift. So this is a good, well, to be honest, all of these exercises are a good opportunity to practice pelvic floor strength and lifting. So as we do these ones, we'll get our position. So now we're going to add that in, that as we tuck the tail and we draw the belly button in, gradually pull the pelvic floor into place. Now I've put links onto the web page on how you pull in your pelvic floor, how you activate that. So check those out if you need some support. Tuck the tail, belly button in, draw in the pelvic floor and lift and back down. Let's just hold on, probably just safer, isn't it? Tuck the tail, belly button in, pelvic floor, lift. There we go. Draw in, pull in, tuck. Tuck. Good. Okay, take a rest. We've got one more round of those exercises to do. Again, make sure baby's comfy, make sure they haven't sort of slipped out of place, make sure their face hasn't got sort of snuffled in somewhere, make sure that they have got a nice clear airway. Good, they're comfy. Again, if you're not used to carrying, you might find this is a bit of a strain on your back, in which case, take a break, come back to it, but keep working on it. The more carrying you do, the fitter your body gets to carrying baby. Okay, feet outside your hips, off we go. Hands forward if baby's comfy, or you can hold on to baby. If you start carrying baby when they are little, then as they get bigger, you get stronger and fitter, and carrying them is fine. If you don't carry them, that's good to take a rest. If you don't carry them for a long spell and then suddenly try and carry them for a long time, your body can sort of take a bit of stress doing that. So my advice is just carry little and often. You might sometimes use the buggy if you're in town, sometimes use the carrier if you're walking out on footpaths, or if it's more convenient to you. But if you just mix it up and just use the carrier regularly, your body will stay strong to it as baby gets bigger. Arm circles, out they come, bend the knees, tuck the tail, shoulders down, let's go. So I'm going to do backward circles, and I think halfway, here we go, I'm going to switch forward circles. Mix it up for the last round. Now to make this harder, you squeeze those shoulder blades down and you pulse faster. If it's burning or feeling uncomfortable, just slow it down. Whatever feels good for you. And rest. Okay, last set of our kickbacks for our glutes. We're going to come back to our chair. We're going to take a little breather. Check baby, baby's good. Teddy bear does a lot less wriggling than my little baby did. Okay, feet under your hips, tuck your tail, belly button in, bend your legs, hold onto your chair or your wall, whatever. Pull your pelvic floor in if you can, and we're going to kick back using the glute. 3 each side, other side. 3. Okay, every time you put your foot down, check yourself that you're not rounding out through the back. Make sure it's your bum muscles doing this one. 2, 3. Good. Last set of 3. Oh, they are starting to burn. And rest. Oh, anytime you need to, just take a little rest and then pick back up again when you feel you can. Okay, last set of tuck and lifts. So come next to your chair that you're holding onto on the wall. Feet under your hips. Tuck tail, belly button in, draw in your pelvic floor, from the back to the front. Squeeze, and off we go. Lift, and down. Tuck, in, squeeze, lift. There's a lot going on there, isn't there? It's like pat your head and rub your tummy. Tuck, squeeze, down. Tuck, squeeze. Good. As you get more used to this, you will be able to move faster, but give yourself time while you need to consciously think about all those steps. It's like learning to drive, mirror, signal, maneuver. You don't have to think about it with practice, but to begin with, you need to give yourself time to go through those steps. Okay, rest. Right, we're done. Okay, just to cool down now, so we're going to walk on the spot. We're going to repeat our warm-up movements, but just slow them down a bit. Okay, walking on the spot, and then we're going to go into our heel digs. Draw the toes up towards the knees, stick the tailbone out. You should feel a gentle stretch down the back of the leg. Good, and then we're going to do step backs. So push the heel down. Watch out for your chair that you've been using. Make sure you push that out of the way. This one will just stretch out the calf muscles, the Achilles tendons, and the bottoms of the feet, plantar fascia. They all take a lot of stress when we're carrying baby. Okay, last round, gentle walk on the spot. What did you think of all that then, baby? I think Teddy was pleased with that. Okay, heel digs, last block. Pull the toes up towards the knees, stick your bottom out. Pull your belly button in. heel digs. And just really slow these ones down. I just want you to step and stretch. Step and stretch. Okay, if you feel a bit wobbly doing those, hold on to your chair. Okay, and rest. So for some gentle stretches, so hip flexors are often really tight. It's part of what pulls that pelvis that way. So to stretch those, I want you to step one foot in front of the other, like you're going to do a lunge, okay? Keep hold of your chair, tuck your tail, and I just want you to drop into a gentle lunge position and come back up. Gentle lunge position and come back up. And you should feel a stretch across the front of the hip of the back leg. If you are not feeling that stretch, then you might need to step a little bit wider, or as you're coming down, you're bending your back, okay? So as you come down, tuck that tail right under and drop down, tailbone going underneath. Keep hold of your chair if you need to. Okay, and rest, and then we're going to do the other side. So step forward with the other leg, tuck your tail, and drop down. You should feel a stretch across the front of that hip. Again, if you're not, then you're probably not tucking under enough with that leg. Ooh, feel the legs working doing that one as well. Feet underneath your hips. Now hold on to baby, draw your belly button in, push your tailbone out backwards, just keep your knees nice and soft, and we're going to gently stretch the hamstrings and the backs of the legs here. Come back up again, belly button in, gently bend your knees, push your tailbone out. One more of these. Just stretch those hamstrings and the backs of the legs. Come back up. Okay, all done. So well done, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day with that nice post-workout.